Hi guys, welcome back to another market review video. Today is July 2nd, 2022, and we're going to be discussing the Direxion NUGT Nugget, the Daily Gold Miners Index Bull 2X shares. NUGT Nugget, the fund seeks daily investment results before fees and expenses of 200% or 2x of the daily performance of the index, the NYSE ARCA Gold Miners Index GDMNTR. The fund does not seek to achieve its stated investment objective for a period of time different than a trading day. So the category is materials sector gold miners, inception December 8th, 2010. The fund managers are Paul Burgandy and Tony Ning. The website is also listed below. The prospectus, principal investment strategies. NUGT seeks daily leveraged investment results and is very different from most other exchange-traded funds. As a result, the fund may be riskier than alternatives that do not use leverage because the fund's objective is to magnify the daily performance of the NYSE ARCA Gold Miners Index. The return for investors that invest for periods longer or shorter than a trading day should not be expected to be 200% of the performance of the index for the period. The return of the fund for a period longer than a trading day will be the result of each trading day's compounded return over the period, which will very likely differ from the 200% of the return of the index for that period. Longer holding periods, higher volatility of the index, and leverage increases the impact of the volatility of the index may cause the effects funds returns as much or more than the return of the index. The index is a modified market capitalization weighted index comprised of publicly traded companies that operate globally in both developed and emerging markets and are involved primarily in mining for gold and to a lesser extent in for silver. The index will limit the weight of the companies whose revenues are more significantly exposed to silver mining to less than 20% of the index at each rebalance date. The index may include small and mid-capitalization companies and foreign issuers, including, among others, Canadian issuers. Prospectus principal investment risks. The number one risk that they put at the top, the effects of compounding and market volatility risk. The fund has a daily leveraged investment objective, and the fund's performance for periods greater than a trading day will be the result of each day's returns compounded over the period, which is very likely to differ from 200% of the index's performance before fees and expenses. Compounding affects all investments but has a more significant impact on funds that are leveraged and that rebalance daily and becomes more pronounced as volatility and holding periods increase. The impact of compounding will impact each shareholder differently depending on the period of time an investment in the fund is held and the volatility of the index during the shareholder's holding period of an investment in the fund. Principal investment risk continued. Leverage risk, derivatives risk, counterparty risk, rebalancing risk, materials sector risk, gold and silver mining risk, foreign securities risk, emerging market risk, and more. NUGT current stats as of July 2nd, 2022 has a current market price of $36.25. which is 29.53% its 200-day moving average of 53.03. It has a 52-week trading range of a low of 32.96 up to a high of 82.86. Its total assets or market capitalization is $475 million. It has a net expense ratio of 1.14%. It has a 1-month return of negative 19.2%. It has a year-to-date return of negative 7.92%. It has a 1-year return of negative 40.22%, and it is options enabled. NUGT performance. The distribution yield, TTM, is the measurement of cash flow paid by an exchange-traded fund, real estate investment trust, or another type of income-paying vehicle. Rather than calculating the yield based on an aggregate of distributions, the most recent distribution is annualized and divided by the net asset value of the security at the time of the payment. NUGT does not have a TTM yield or a distribution yield. NUGT does not have a price to earnings ratio. NUGT does not have an annual dividend. NUGT does not have an ex-dividend date. NUGT has a 60-month beta of 3.24 and an implied volatility of 80%. NUGT Top 10 Holdings. It is comprised of 40 companies in total. Newmont at number 1 at 15.46%. Barrick 10.7%. Franco-Nevada 7.4%. Agnico Eagle Mines 6.8%. Wheaton Precious Metals 5.2%. Newcrest Mining 4.6%. Gold Fields 4.19%. Anglo Gold Ashanti 3.2%. Northern Star Resources 3.1%. And Royal Gold 3.08%. NUGT Geographic Footprint. NUGT is exposed to mining companies in Canada at 48.73%, the United States at 21.8%, Australia at 13.5%, South Africa at 8.7%, China at 3.7%, the United Kingdom at 2.05%, Peru at 0.85%, and Jersey at 0.46%. Disclaimer: I am not a financial advisor. Do not take anything on YouTube as financial advice. Do your own research. Consult a professional investment advisor before making any investment decisions. My YouTube analysis is for entertainment purposes only. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below about your thoughts on NUGT. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next market review.